it. All right. First question from Arizona. Sonnie, you are up.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Love your story. Love the energy that you bring. And I think that is so much of life, right? Like we get out of it what we're willing to put into it. My question for you, having been someone who's been in the C-suite from a healthcare perspective, leading lots of millennials, Gen Zs, while ROI and while revenue and all of that is super important, culture is damn near as important. And I think that's how you run a really dynamic company. That being said, my question is more for like even younger. I have 12 and 15-year-old boys. They are at that stage where sometimes they're like nonverbal. They don't know how to like just say words. They know how to type, you know. But I'm doing things I try to do things to make them uncomfortable. So for instance, my 12-year-old last night playing basketball at back, ball goes over the wall. He said, oh, well, I'm done with basketball. I said, why? Ball went over the wall. He said, no, you need to go next door and go ask for it. 30 minutes and me harassing him and like threatening to take everything away and grounding him. But it was a hill I was willing to die on because it's a life skill. You have to learn to be able to go into those situations where you feel uncomfortable. All that to say, what tips do you have for, for those even teenagers and tweens who are really challenged in society today with like interaction and social skills? What ways outside of like forcing them to be uncomfortable would you say that we could get them out of their shell and really help better socialize them?
So what's interesting about like 12, and I have 12 and 14-year-old girls, right? Which is like, it's challenging. All right. And I think the most important thing for us is to help teach them the importance of connection and exercising the tenacity and resilience muscle through experience. And there's nothing more beautiful than sports. And we got to let them find that. And so for my 14-year-old, unfortunately, it's horseback riding. And let me just take you to the moment Saturday morning when I got a Venmo request from my daughter's horse masseuse for $125. And that's just one piece of the investment that I'm making in this freaking horse. And I still don't even know what's going on, right? Like, I'm like, it looks good to me. I don't know why she's crying, right? Like, but like for her to get back on the horse as a dyslexic girl, and like, it's worth every single penny. And I need to remind myself of that. And for my other daughter, it's soccer, which is awesome. And I usually get the soccer card because I stress my daughter out at the horse stuff. But I think there's so much to be said to allow your children to choose those passions and go after them. And then it's actually through that, she's not on her phone at the horse farm, right? My daughter, and they don't even ask for them, right? And I think there's my wife, pro soccer player, also an identical twin. So I'm an identical twin married to an identical twin. And she and her twin sister, the Augustiniak twins, were, they made it all the way to the top. And she tells both of them that you're not allowed to pick one sport until at least high school. You've got to do multiple sports because, my even the horseback rider, she used to go to volleyball twice a week. And last night we gave her the option because she's been kind of sick. Do you want to go to volleyball? She goes, yeah, I want to see some of my friends. And so it's like, I think there's so much to be said around the tenacity, resilience, but also the connect. You look at what you all do together, right? And these different excursions and things, right? Like we need to invest more in that and also stop trying to make them the next NBA prospect, right? Like let's not have our dreams be theirs, right? And instead truly let them choose. And maybe for some it's something like the robotics team, right? Whatever it is, let them solve challenges together and let them choose what they want to be passionate about. And then we need to fuel that, I think. And I don't have it figured out. Trust me. I probably got questions for you guys for anyone that's had teenage daughters. So
appreciate it, Chris.